I still have the actual data from the vanilla time-lapse, so let's compare a bit more thoroughly. Kuromi's global GDP seems to be about... Hello fellow data friends. Kuromi updated his AI mod to version 1.1, so let's test it. He made a post in the Vic3 Reddit. I put a link in the description. He explains the challenges and the changes he made. Within a day, Unbelt opened an AI discussion thread, which I also linked in the description. If you are interested in the topic, both threads are worth visiting. Enjoy the time-lapse. As usual, it is time to compare my results to the in-game values. Due to the way I extract my data, my values can lag behind up to a month. As you can see, my values are reasonably close. But let's compare the results to a vanilla GDP time-lapse I made recently. This is a screenshot from the other time-lapse from about the same time. There are some obvious differences, but of course, the way the world developed might be vastly different. I mean, Germany formed in the vanilla time-lapse. But noticeably, especially the United States and Great Qing are ranked way higher. There's also a difference in the global GDP of a little over 1 billion. I still have the actual data from the vanilla time-lapse, so let's compare a bit more thoroughly. Here are the full timelines of the global GDP for Kuromi's AI time-lapse and the previous vanilla time-lapse. As you can see, Kuromi's global GDP is consistently ahead of vanilla. I compare global GDP because that is not as much influenced by country borders. To get a better understanding of how much better is Kuromi, I calculated the ratios over time. So this graph shows how much better Kuromi's global GDP is. These sudden spikes, which only appear for 1 month, are very likely revolts which my code did not handle perfectly, so just ignore them. Given the massive sample size of one time-lapse each, Kuromi's global GDP seems to be about 20% higher than vanilla's. Kuromi reduced the arms race of the world. There are some quite strong militaries, but many are still smaller than I remember from the vanilla time-lapse, and the global GDP is bigger. Hey, the Germans are communist. So in general, countries should be able to afford larger armies. Let's explore the world of this time-lapse a bit. There are 7 great powers in the world, but Austria might be demoted soon. The NGF has the best standard of living, but they are communists. Guatemala is second. Oh, look at the power of the trade unions. Austria has also strong trade unions. Population-wise, not many surprises, I guess, although there are some really small countries. The North German Federation formed, although it happened quite late in about 1930. We have a Roman Republic, although there are some missing territories, and Austria has an appendix. Oh, Scandinavia and the Roman Republic are inside the Spanish market. Unexpected. And I was going to say nothing special about culture, but look at Ireland. There are barely any Irish. Africa is a usual mess, but there's a quite large Dutch Congo, which is in the British market. Britain conquered stuff all over Asia, France got some Indian provinces, and China is mostly united. And Persia is in the Egyptian market. What's up with culture in Australia? There aren't many Australians around. Some minor border changes in the Americas. The Mexican Empire is a nice touch. And Peru-Bolivia is in the North German market. Cultures in South America do not seem special to me, but North America had some fun migrations. Thanks a lot for watching. If you want to see the vanilla GDP time-lapse, click on the top video. Please consider liking and subscribing.